Oh my god. This is a very realistic, like, representation of the amount of things that I bring into class with me. But hi! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello. My name is Poshman. I am a rising third-year architecture student at the University of Oregon, and I make videos on YouTube about school lifestyle, fun, adventures, vlogs, and so forth, because it makes me happy. Today's video is kind of fun, kind of funky, kind of fresh. We're going to be doing a advice for incoming uni/college students. I know a lot of people are freshmen usually, or you could be a transfer student. You never know. You never know. Or you could be a sophomore student and this could be your first year on campus. Mind-boggling. I think we can start. So I did a poll on Instagram to ask you all what questions you have for university, such and such. And I'm going to answer those questions and then I'll probably end up going on tangents, so we'll see how long this video is. But if you like college, uni videos, subscribe, ding, do the thing. Let me know in the comments if you want to see other videos. I'm planning a what to bring, what not to bring to college. Also, I think I'm going to do a what's in my backpack maybe, because I keep a lot of things in my backpack. I guess we can get started. First question that I got asked. Having healthy eating habits? Question mark. This is definitely a hard thing to maintain because of the whole like freshman 15 blah 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 blah. But also depending on your university, like you could lose 15 pounds, gain 15 pounds, like that. I don't like talking about weight because it makes me a little unhappy. Eating habits are really important, especially healthy eating habits. I really preach kind of a balanced eating habit. Everything should be balanced. That's what my mom has taught me. That's what I've learned. If you want to eat a cookie because it makes you happy, eat a cookie. If you want to eat a salad because you genuinely like a salad from this one place, do that, you know? It's all about balance. Yeah, I would say go with the flow. Dining halls, there are a lot of them, at least at my university. I'm not sure about other universities, but I would say like a lot of the time you get so busy that you don't have time to eat. I've noticed that a lot. I recommend packing snacks in your backpack, so like a granola bar, fruits of some sort, you know? Stuff like that. I would highly recommend taking some snacks with you in your backpack. I usually eat like 3 meals a day. I don't really have snacks or anything like that. I drink a lot of coffee though during school. I'm trying to stop though. I'm really trying to stop. Listen to your body. Very much listen to your gut. If you're hungry, please eat. Don't starve yourself. I prefer to walk places rather than drive places, especially at my university because we can walk kind of anywhere. And I also go on walks with Adam, which I highly recommend finding a walking buddy and going walking and exploring whenever you want to. Next one is, how do you sleep as an architecture student? You don't. Well, it's all about time management. I would say, first off, plan everything. Write it down in your planner. Even if you think it's irrelevant, write it down in your planner. It could be something so mundane like doing laundry or like making dinner. I write it in my planner. I even write taking a shower in my planner. Just literally write everything down because there's the satisfaction of crossing that off and feeling like you accomplished something, even if it's like something super small. I would say write it down for sure. Make sure to break up time to do things and work smarter, not harder. So if you feel like you're spending a lot of time on something, take a step back. This kind of goes for anything. It's not only like architecture. Just like take a step back. If you feel like you're spending a lot of time, like you're studying super hard for a test, take a step back, go on a walk, go get some food, go talk or chat with your dorm roommate or your neighbor roommate or whoever it may be. Talk to a friend for a little bit. Talk to your family maybe if that's something you're into. Take a step back and then come back. Because a lot of the time, like, you could be working super hard on one thing and it's taking a lot of time, and then if you just take a step back and like look back and after like maybe 10-15 minutes, it could be a lot easier than you expected it to be. And you're like, oh, I figured out the solution. But architecture students don't get that much sleep. Hopefully, well, I get a decent amount of sleep, but the stereotype is that we don't get that much sleep. So coffee is my solution for that, but it should not be a solution anymore. How are you liking Oregon architecture? Oregon architecture is really nice. I like it. I like how it's like not graded. Studio isn't graded, but it's more like pass fail. And I really like that because it's like a lot of creative freedom is there, and you're not kind of just like feeling like you have to do a certain thing to please your professor, but it's more like you're doing it because you enjoy doing it. And then your professor usually is like, oh, this is really interesting. Here's some precedents, or here's some other studies that are there that could really help, or like is a potential vision that you could have in your building, which I think is super amazing, and I think a lot of schools should implement that into their system. What was your schedule like to keep up with school, work, and friends? So I like to socialize. Ding! I love to socialize. That's like one of my favorite things ever. I love to meet people. I love to talk to people. I like to get coffee. I like to get pastries. I like to get dinner and lunch and whatever with friends. That is my thing that I like to do. I really enjoy socializing, which can be a little bit of a problem sometimes. But I also like spending time alone. So a lot of the time, this is kind of like a hack. I schedule friend, catch up, hang out, whatever, around meals because I'm gonna eat. So why not just like catch a meal with a friend if I'm busy, you know? Because like it, first off, encourages you to eat a meal at a right time. And also, you're able to like talk with a friend and catch up. So a lot of the time, like especially freshman year, I would have like weekly lunches with Adam, or like I would get cocoa with Adam like every other night or something like that. Because it like gave myself like a break to socialize and hang out with friends. But also like I was able to just talk and like catch up and see what they're up to, and they can like catch up on my life, stuff like that. So I would highly recommend scheduling breaks to be with friends, or if you're not into that, like definitely just take a break and like read a book. I would really recommend staying off technology for your break, especially now because everything is on Zoom and everything is online. Are literally spending so much time on your screens. So I would recommend like maybe pick up a hobby that isn't a screen related hobby, just because it would be good for you, maybe a little bit. Like read a book, or crochet, or knit, or paint, or draw. Even if you're not good at it, just try it, you know, you never know. Plants, I would recommend that. That sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, I would say make sure that you make time for yourself as well as make time for like all the stuff that you're trying to do. Highly recommend using Google Calendar. I love it. I use Google Calendar like my life depends on it. I think I've said that before. I schedule everything in there, and I also recommend having a planner because like I said earlier, I write down the most mundane tasks and just like cross it off because it's that feeling of accomplishment of crossing something off. I got a question of must-have things to bring. I'm going to be making a separate video about that, so stay tuned. I think that's going to be coming up next week, hopefully, fingers crossed. Building a schedule between classes. This kind of goes hand in hand with the whole like how do you keep a schedule of like maintaining friendships, school and stuff. So like I said earlier, take breaks, and I would recommend take breaks with friends if that's the type of person you are, or take breaks by yourself if that's something that you need. Best dining hall at UO. For my favorite dining hall at the university would have to be Hammy. Love Hammy, but Hammy's gonna be, well, I think the new one, Unthink, is gonna be a really good dining hall at the University of Oregon. So, but I have to check that and then get back to you, but Hammy, when it was there. And I also really like LLC. They have really good salads that I very much enjoyed. Budgeting tips for your first time on your own. This is actually a really good question. I personally write everything down. I have a spreadsheet that it's actually like kudos to my dad because he's the one that kind of taught me how to do all of this stuff. So I have a whole spreadsheet of all of my expenses, school related, apartment related, or like housing related, food related, other stuff like that. And I set myself a budget each month of like stuff that I can get outside of like apartment and stuff like that. And if I cross that budget, then like next month I should probably spend less than that. So I would highly recommend making a spreadsheet with that and kind of just note taking all of that stuff down so you can visually see what you're spending versus like, oh, I'm just swiping a credit card, blah, 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 blah. Also, I would recommend paying in cash. I know, crazy. Paying in cash when you can, because, or carrying cash on you, because then you can physically and like visually see like this is $20 and I'm spending $20 for, I don't know, because it might make you like second guess if you need the thing or not. Like if it's something that's like not really relevant, you're like, oh, I should get this, blah, 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 it's like trendy. And then you like look at it, it's like, is it worth $20 though? Like this is my $20. I could get, I don't know, 2.5 Chipotle burritos with it. That's what I would recommend though. Spreadsheets and carrying cash on you if you can, because credit cards are a little bit toxic. You can just swipe, 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 and you never know how much you're spending. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna call my friends and see if they have any tips for freshmen and incoming students. So I think first step, we're gonna call Yash. See if Yash has any tips.
Howdy.
Hello. Do you have any tips or advice for incoming students, freshmen or transfer students or whatever?
Like architecture specifically, or just like kids in general?
Whatever your heart may desire.
Damn. Well, I guess for freshmen itself, honestly, take any opportunity that comes your way.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a club or a meeting that you might not necessarily see yourself going to, I feel like go to it, because that's where like the most like unexpected things happen, like the most unexpected contacts, and just future opportunities. Because that's I guess what freshman year is about, just kind of trying everything that's new and a little uncomfortable,
right,
to find your feet. So that's one. For architecture, do not buy new supplies. I will plug you.
Yes.
My new project will plug you in Lawrence Hall. Like, just be a little patient. I'll get it up and running. But yeah, for architecture students also, like, make friends in studio. Like, also not just in your studio itself, but like in other studios. Like, walk around, interact with people, and just be nice. Like, I feel like everyone's trying in the program, and if you're about to go and judge somebody else's work for, just, I guess, look down on somebody else's work, that's not the approach. Just be encouraging to everybody, because everyone's just here to try and really find themselves. So yeah, let them have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's super important actually. I didn't think about that one. Sweet, thank you
Awesome,
so much. Good luck with
sure.
studio. Yep, bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, those were wise words from Yash. Thank you, Yash. Ding. Oh, I had one more question that someone had asked me. Any tips on making friends? So, like Yash said, talk to other people in different studios, interact with people, just be social, be nice. Huge, important thing. But also, like, when you sit down in a lecture hall, like, the first couple weeks of school are, like, really important to make friends and to socialize, especially when you're, like, going to class and going to lecture halls and sections and discussions and stuff. Interact with the people around you. I would say just, hey, like, what did you get for this answer? Like, do you want to compare answers? Hey, do you want to meet up and study for this test later? Something like that. Super simple, nothing crazy. Adam, he sent in a piece of advice. He says, make friends and don't overload yourself with classes and clubs the first term. That's super important. Take it step by step. Take it easy your first term, because it's a super stressful environment. You are living on your own for the first time. So take it step by step. Don't overload yourself. Just make sure you really experience college and university your first term, because I think that's like, make sure you're settled in, and then you can take more classes and stuff winter term. Because you can also like explore different things at the university, different clubs, different classes and stuff like that your first term, and you're like later on. But yeah, as for like making friends, just talk to the people that you are sitting next to in lecture hall, because a lot of the time like you won't have friends that you sit with in lecture hall when you come in for the first time. So make sure you like are like let's say like someone sitting next to me, I'm like, hey, how are you? I'm Poshman, nice to meet you. Something super simple, nothing crazy. And you guys keep talking, and the next time, students have a thing where they sit, I don't know if it's just me, but like a lot of students have a tendency, or like things that I've noticed, have a tendency to sit in the same seat same seat for every class, and that's just their unsaid seat. So a lot of the time you'll end up sitting next to that person again. So I would say just make friends with people sitting around you. Talk about like, whether it's like about the class, about other classes. You can just literally be like, hey, what classes are you taking? Or what's your major? Super simple, because you are going to meet so many different types of people at university. And like a lot of the time, these are like your lifelong friends. Like a lot of people that I've met in college, I feel like I'm going to know them for probably the rest of my life, and like be good friends with them for the rest of my life. Hopefully, like fingers crossed and stuff. But yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, are you free for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'm filming a YouTube video right now, and it's about advice for freshmen, incoming students, blah, blah, blah. And I'm doing a segment where I phone friends and ask if they have any advice for incoming students.
Ah, okay.
Would you like to give some advice?
Yeah, I would say that even though it seems nerve-wracking, like everyone is in the same boat, and everyone just wants to get to know each other, so don't be afraid to really put yourself out there and meet new people.
That's great.
And, you know, even if first semester can be really hard, but to take advantage of resources that the university offers, because in high school, you know, you have more guidance from teachers and guidance counselors, but sometimes in college, like, you have to go and get that for yourself, so not to be afraid to be a self-starter when it comes to getting help or finding support.
Yeah, also like making use of like the counseling office, like for like therapy if you need that, or like guidance counseling too.
Or even just like library resources, writing centers, resource librarians, like those are such great resources and so helpful when it comes to assignments. Just that, to take advantage of those things, and I find them to be really helpful. And I didn't actually start using them until, you know, my sophomore year, and I wish I'd learned about them earlier.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, that's great advice. Thank you.
You're welcome. I miss you.
I miss you too. Oh, what a G, she picked up my phone.
You're Posh, what's up?
Hi, bestie. Okay.
So I'm filming a YouTube video right now, and it's advice for incoming students, freshmen, transfer students, whatever, for university. And I'm doing a segment where I phone my friends and ask if they have any advice to give incoming students.
So I was wondering if you could bestow some of your wisdom onto the YouTube video people.
Okay, what I'm going to say is, no matter what class you're in, try and talk to as many people around you as possible. Because most of all, you're probably never going to see them after this class. But, you know, it's just like a few months where you can make a fool of yourself. And so, you never know, you can make like the best friend in that one class, or you cannot. You just got to try and reach out to as many people as possible.
That's
I
very
think that's
true.
the best part about it.
Yeah, that's really big. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Kevin, let's go, Kevin!
Okay, well, I'm filming a YouTube video, and it's advice for incoming students, and I'm doing a segment where I phone my friends and ask if they have any advice to give the YouTube community for incoming students.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting you on the spot, sorry.
I don't know, give me like 5 minutes, I'll call you back.
Okay, alright, bye. Okay, he's gonna call me back. Success! I feel like that's a lot of people to call. Hi, it's editing Poshman. Kevin never called me back, but he did send me a message for the advice, so I'm going to read that right now. Okay, so he said, I think the only thing I have is that the secret of college is that no one knows what's going on, just some people have been doing it longer, which is very insightful, so thank you, Kevin. Okay, Lauren is calling me back. Hi!
Hello.
You look cute!
Thank you.
Okay, I am filming a YouTube video right now. My room's a mess.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. No. I wanted to call you for the... Okay, so 2 questions. First one, since you're a Miss Sorority girl, do you have any tips for Rush? Because this is advice for incoming students.
Everyone just needs to calm down, okay? Like, it is made into a huge deal, which I understand why, but, like, you're just going to, like, talk to someone to get to know someone, so there shouldn't be as much pressure on it as there is.
Right.
So try and just, like, treat it as, like, a way to meet people or, like, a social event you get to go to instead of, like, oh my god, what house am I gonna get in, and like,
That's like a lot of
whatever.
pressure that you're putting on yourself.
Yeah, because like you'll probably end up somewhere that you'll like, and if you don't like it, you don't have to be in it.
You
If
can
you
rush
don't get
again,
in,
right?
You'll find other friends. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like there's just shouldn't be that much pressure on it.
Dang.
I don't think.
Okay, that was a good answer.
But I'll be a recruitment counselor, so I'll help you if you're there.
Yeah! Second thing, do you have any advice for incoming students?
Well, I would just say, well, I don't know how much will be in person, but if there's events in person, like, go to everything and anything you can. To just meet people, like, get to know where you are, you know?
Yeah, get free stuff.
Get free stuff. They'll give out a lot of free stuff. I'm sure they will.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, go to everything. Even if you go by yourself, it's okay.
Yeah, you can make friends. A lot of people go by themselves to events too, so you can meet a lot of people there.
They'll just meet people there. They'll talk to someone.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Thank you so much. That helped a lot.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, did you call me?
Yes, I have 2 minutes of your time. I have a quick question.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm filming a YouTube video where I give advice to incoming students. And I'm doing a segment where I phone my friends and ask if they have any advice to give incoming students.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you have any advice whatsoever, I am here. The YouTube community is listening.
I think my top 3 tips would be, number 1, prioritize your health and just lie big. Like,
Yeah.
go to sleep, go out with friends, you know, eat well.
Yeah.
Because in the end, that's what's going to make your brain, you know, healthy so you can study well. And
Yeah,
I think
very
another
true.
thing is definitely make use of office hours.
Yes.
I think that's like one of the best ways to learn, at least for me. Yeah, I think those are my 2.
Yeah, that's
Very
amazing.
fun, yeah.
That's
Basically,
great.
just be happy.
Yeah, just be content with life. Don't push yourself too much.
Yeah. This is not a time to stress over, you know, school, like, so much, you know. This is a really useful time of our lives, so.
Yeah, you meet a lot of good people, make a lot of connections with professors. Super important time.
This is when you meet your best friends for life, maybe, you know.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Thank you so much, Jenny. I am just going to end this video here. I think that was a lot of content. I've been filming for like 45 minutes-ish. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's video. Thank you so much to all my friends that picked up the phone when I called them. Hope everyone has the most amazing day. And if you have any more questions about being a freshman, university tips, tricks, advice, whatever, send me a DM on my Instagram. It's linked down in the bio. Bye. Love you.